Hello, ladies, and welcome to Sister Friends Coffee, Tea, and Chat podcast. Every lady knows that there is nothing like a chat with a sister friend that will inspire the rest of your day. So get your coffee or your tea, pull up a chair, phone your bestie, and tell them Sister Friends Coffee, Tea, and Chat podcast is on the air. Now, welcome your host, our sister friend, Teresa Houston.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast. If this is the first time that you're joining in with us, I want you to know that this podcast is actually a spinoff of my blog. And my blog name is I Wish Somebody Would Have Told Me That. So today we are going to ask the question, are you waiting on God? Or is God waiting on you? I'm going to give you just a second to let that marinate. Are you waiting on God? Or is God waiting on you? I just wonder if I have some sister friends out there that is like myself and have spent a lot of time waiting on God. Wondering what is taking him so long to show up. Can't he see what I'm dealing with right now? I wish someone would have told me to make absolute sure not to spend weeks, months, and years aimlessly waiting on God, just to learn that in all the time I spent waiting, he was actually waiting on me. If you are faithfully waiting on God to answer your most recent prayer request, have you considered the fact that maybe God has been waiting on you to recognize that he has already given an answer to that request? Could you have just missed the evidence of his response, which acknowledged that he heard your request in the first place? Therefore, in the missing, failed to see that he now waits on your response to his answer? And while you are eagerly waiting on God to change the status of your current situation, just maybe God is waiting on you to recognize that you are truly in the divine place that he would have you to be for such a time as this. And no matter what it looks like, everything that the devil has meant for evil, God only sees an opportunity to work your situation out for your good. And when he does that, he wants to fully reveal his glory, and he fully expects your praise. While you're waiting on God to illuminate light in your darkest season, could it just be that God is waiting on you to recognize that the developer's best work is always done in the dark? And when the greatness he wants to develop in you is complete, the picture you will see is what he has seen from the very beginning, what he purposed from your start, and what he wants to show off to the world in this season. While you're waiting on God to bless you again, is it possible that God is waiting on you to recognize how blessed beyond measure you are already? And maybe, just maybe, he is awaiting the demonstration of that knowledge by watching to see if you will be a blessing to others. Because one of the greatest gifts that God has given us is in realizing that it is more blessed to give than receive. While you are waiting on God and waiting and hoping that God will avenge your enemies, could it be that God is waiting on you to show love towards your enemies, give grace to those who have offended you, pray for those who have deceived you, forgive those who have mistreated you, show mercy to those who've lied on you, and give another chance to those who have disappointed you? Could it be that he knows that as you love the unlovable, forgive the downright unforgivable, and extend grace to what is humanly unacceptable, that you actually will reap so much more? While you're waiting on God and praying that he rescues you from the very thing you got you into, just maybe God is waiting on you to see that he is right there with you, allowing you to learn and helping you to grow. And although you might feel crushed to the point of despair, he will not let you die in this place. No, he won't just pull you out though, but he will lovingly hold your hand and hold you up as he helps you to walk through the mess you made, all the while showing your ministry and perfecting your testimony. While you're waiting on God to heal the heaviness that anchors in the deepest crevices of your heart and stays constantly at the forefront of your mind, is God waiting on you to simply receive by faith your healing already done. Because he has already declared in the heavens and on the earth that the chastisement of our peace was upon him. And by his stripes, we, my sisters, are healed. We are healed of every disease. We're healed of every ailment and every disappointment. We are healed. We are healed today. We are healed tomorrow. We are healed forever. Could God simply be waiting on you to embrace your healing, declare it, and boldly walk in it? Are you waiting on God to open a door? Could it be the door God has for you is already open, and all he wants you to do is push, pull, or turn? Or maybe you're waiting on God to move a mountain. It could be that God is waiting for you to recognize that he gave you power to speak to the mountain and watch the mountain move. Maybe you're just waiting on God to show up, not with anything particularly. You just want to know he's there. Could it be he's waiting on you to initiate a call to him, an invitation into your world, an official friend request, a short instant message maybe that says, "It's me, God. I'm listening." Sometimes you got to show some clue that you really want to reach for him with that same kind of tenacity like other things you have really wanted in your past. And for those of you who are consumed by those ready for TV relationship disasters that you've been in way too long, you know the one you're waiting for God to fix and magically turn into something you prefer it to be rather than what God in you already knows it is. Could it be that God is waiting on you to just leave it alone? Maybe waiting for you to just leave her alone, leave him alone, leave it alone, leave them alone. Just leave. Walk away. Walk away while you still have time to recover your destiny and your ministry. Walk away while you still can see your purpose and your soul hasn't lost its hope. Walk away from where God simply is not. Maybe you're asking God to fix it was the wrong ask. And what you really needed to ask him for was the courage of all of heaven to help you get yourself out. How long are you willing to wait for what God has already answered, for what he's already responded to, for what is already manifested, for what he has made provision for? How long are you willing to wait? If you are committed to wait, you have to know that if you could spend eternity, you could not outwait God. And in spite of your stubbornness, in spite of your procrastinating tendencies, in spite of your unbelief, in spite of your laziness or real anxieties, God can and he will outwait you. Don't continue to wait needlessly. The only person that has no worry of time is God. That's my wisdom for today. I hope it blesses you and someone that you know. Don't forget to share our podcast. Join us next time on Sister Friends Coffee, Tea, and Chat podcast. My friends call me Tea. So be blessed and never miss an opportunity to uplift another sister.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Sister Friends Coffee, Tea, and Chat podcast with your host, Sister Friend Teresa Houston. If you like our show, please encourage another sister friend and share our podcast link. Want to know more about our host? Check out www.teresahouston.com. We absolutely love hearing from our sister friends. Feel free to email us at sisterfriendschat@yahoo.com. Until next time, be blessed, sisters.